top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Georgetown's Mayor Alfred Mentor justifies tax adjustment for political parties. Construction begins on US $35 million Mackenzie-Wismer Bridge. And police investigating whether Paul Slow breached the Sexual Offences Act. Slow says the investigation seeks to silence him. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Thursday, August 29 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We have what you need to know this evening. Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor justified the City Council's decision to introduce a 25% tax rate for all political parties as he puts to rest criticisms from People's Progressive Party civic councillors. Carice Gonzalez opens our broadcast with this story.
Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor has put to rest the City Council's decision to implement an institutional 25% tax rate for political parties. Interestingly, though, the conversation of institutional rates was gazetted when now People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC Council Patricia Chase Green was mayor of Georgetown. Green is now on the front lines heavily criticizing the council's decision. While the government deems the council's action as going against the principles of accountability and transparency, Mentor emphasized that this tax rate would apply equally to all parties, not favoring any one group.
Every year or every 5 years, these parties at a national level gotta seek monies, gotta seek donations, gotta seek financing to run off elections. In a local fashion, they also need to get monies to be able to do those things. That those political parties also need a little break, like the citizens as well, which we've asked for a particular break in an amnesty recently, and that was blocked by the government.
Mayor Mentor also noted that discussions at the level of the council have been ongoing for the past several months, and the Georgetown Council will move forward with its proposed tax plan. He said he was astonished by the government's response, especially since it routinely provides major tax breaks and concessions to companies.
But we will not allow those kind of situations. We've been talking with our attorneys on a number of issues, and we'll be making steps to address these issues either for review at the levels of the courts and a number of other matters that we deal with, and we'll be pushing forward our agenda in this council. We're not going to allow the government to come and try to intimidate us in any way or fashion or form, and we'll be working with our attorneys to seek redress on those issues in relation to amnesty, in those issues that relates to how we monetize our assets, and by talking leasing those assets, and to get joint ventures and other partnerships so that we could get the kind of monies here at the council.
An institutional rate tax typically refers to the tax rate applied to entities like corporations, organizations, or institutions rather than individuals. It represents a percentage of income that these institutions are required to pay in taxes on their earnings or profits. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Construction is underway for the new US $35 million Mackenzie-Wismer Bridge. Here again is Carice Gonzalez.
Minister of Public Works Warren Edgell, speaking on the sidelines of the recent Sousdike Linden reconstruction signing ceremony, revealed that the construction has begun on the US $35 million Mackenzie-Wismer Bridge project.
Bridge has begun. The geotechnicals, the campsite is in place. They have already started to do some relocation to allow for the work zone to be put in place. GRA and the other agencies that are in the vicinity, some of them we've had to engage them to get them out of the work area. There's a full team that is on, and the Wismer Bridge is moving.
The 4-lane bridge is being constructed on the site of the existing bridge and will offer 32-meter horizontal and 11.5-meter vertical clearance. Minister Edgell further indicated that to ensure safety during construction, traffic management strategies will be introduced. These will include creating alternative routes, installing temporary toll stations, and setting up emergency access roads to protect both the workforce and drivers.
With what is happening on the Linden-Lethem corridor, traffic is going to increase. Bigger trucks, more vehicles, day and night. So 4 lanes of bridge at Mackenzie-Wismar is an absolute necessity.
The project, which is executed by China Railway Construction Corporation Limited, involves building a 220-meter-long precast concrete bridge, which is expected to be completed by 2026. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. On the police blotter developing story, a former policeman who knows the ins and outs of the Guyana Police Force claims that investigations into an alleged breach of the Sexual Offences Act of Guyana is merely an attempt to silence him. More in this report. Retired Assistant Commissioner of Police and former Chairman of the Police Service Commission, Paul Slow, believes that the recent investigation launched by the Guyana Police Force is an attempt to silence him, something he says he's not prepared to do.
I see it as a clear attempt to silence, a desperate attempt to silence me. It's not going to succeed. I'm going to continue to speak the truth.
The new investigation launched by the police on Thursday seemed to have stemmed from a May 2021 matter for which Slow is before the courts. The police force on Thursday claimed that Slow has been exhibiting criminal behavior on the social media platform on the female victim, thereby causing her to endure more trauma and irreparable harm.
It is untrue. I was charged with that on the 19th of May 2021, and until now, this matter cannot be tried. The last, it came up in court on the 20th of August this year, and the motive now fixed for the 23rd of September for report and for fixture.
Investigators seem set to haul the former policeman before the courts again, saying that the Guyana Police Force has commenced an investigation, after which legal advice will be sought as it relates to charges to be instituted.
I have said it is not true. I have continued to deny, and I anxiously await my opportunity in court to clear my name.
The former chairman of the Police Service Commission has been using his social media platform through a program titled Speaking Out, exposing corruption and incompetence in the Guyana Police Force, and at the same time teaching law enforcement officers how to execute the law. Those teachings by Slow and retired Assistant Commissioner of Police and former member of the Police Service Commission, Clinton Conway, have not been resting well with the hierarchy of the Guyana Police Force. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Stay with us. You're watching the HGP Nightly News.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Antonio Day tells us that internationally recognized hotel franchise Hilton has announced it will be constructing a Hilton Georgetown in partnership with DoubleTree Suites, the first for the franchise here in Guyana.
International hotel franchise Hilton on Wednesday announced that the quote-unquote Hilton Georgetown and DoubleTree Suites will offer easy access to nearby embassies, businesses, and an array of entertainment options, including the scenic national park and historic sites, all within approximately 6 miles of the Ogle International Airport. The statement from the hotel said that the hotels will provide the benefit of shared spaces and amenities, while also offering unique property-specific experiences throughout their shared location. The 11-story Hilton Georgetown will feature an elevated stay experience with 253 guest rooms and suites, and a quote-unquote striking lobby bar and signature restaurant with locally inspired menus and handcrafted cocktails. Guests will have access to an outdoor pool with all-day dining options. The DoubleTree Suites by Hilton Georgetown will offer 150 contemporary suites with spaces where guests can relax, connect, and feel at home. Guests of Hilton Georgetown and DoubleTree Suites by Hilton Georgetown will also enjoy access to a members-only social club managed by Hilton that will enhance the stay experience for guests and provide special options for local members. Guests of each hotel and social club members will enjoy wellness and recreation amenities, including a pool, fitness center, and spa, a co-working space, and a library and boardroom, perfectly designed for business travelers. The social club will also boast unique food and beverages experience with 2 full-service dining options, 2 bars, and a coffee and bakery shop open to guests, members, and locals alike. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Following its suspension from the extractive industry transparency initiative in 2023 over late submission of its 2020 EITI report, Guyana will soon be submitting reports for 2022 and 2023.
Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat revealed that the 2022 and 2023 Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative EITI reports are slated for submission soon.
I know that we had issues with reporting in the past. I'm not afraid to say it, but I'm happy to say this time around that we are going to submit the 2022 EITI report, which is due December of this year. We are going to submit it next month.
The government is also expected to meet the 2023 deadline.
And the 2023 report, which is due in December of 2025, we are going to submit at the ending of the first quarter 2025.
In October 2017, Guyana was admitted to the membership of EITI. The EITI standard outlines 12 principles that provide the cornerstone of the initiative, as well as the requirements that EITI implementing countries are expected to follow. Among these principles are 1. The prudent use of natural resource wealth for economic growth that contributes to sustainable development and poverty reduction. And 2. The importance of transparency by governments and companies in the extractive industries. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat promised government will continue to support and provide incentives to promote the mining sector as the mining industry observes Mining Week 2024. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
During Mining Week 2024, Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat, in his message, reiterated that government will continue to support the mining industry by providing incentives to ensure its continued economic growth.
As we celebrate Mining Week 2024, I would like to express our appreciation and best wishes to all the stakeholders in the mining sector, more particularly the small and medium-scale Guyanese miners who continue to ply this trade.
The minister emphasized the necessity of coordinating mining operations with the environmental preservation initiatives.
Mine with the environment in mind. We cannot at any point in time speak of mining or extraction of natural resources without thinking or without the preservation and protection of our environment.
Minister Bharat further emphasized the sector's importance by pointing out its considerable contribution to Guyana's gross domestic product, GDP.
Mining has been the bedrock on which our economy has been based for several decades and will continue to be a sector that many Guyanese will continue to prosper in.
Mining today employs almost 30,000 Guyanese, whether directly or indirectly, the minister noted.
And as a government, we are committed to ensuring that we grow the sector, to ensure that we provide continuous incentives for miners, continue to ensure that we engage and work with the mining community so that we can foster greater partnership.
This year's theme for Mining Week activities is LCDS 2030, Adaptation to Change, Overcoming Vulnerability, Forging Sustainability. During a recent press conference, the minister explained that a combination of unfavorable weather, outdated mining practices, and labor shortages had caused a gradual fall in gold output and declaration during the past few years. According to reports from 2019 to 2023, gold declarations dropped by approximately 209,000 choice ounces, according to the Bank of Guyana annual reports. Recently, the government had warned gold smugglers to desist from the practice. Tian reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
It's back to school time and Digicel has the perfect deal for you. Grab a brand new Samsung smartphone and get more than just a phone. We'll throw in a free backpack and a 30-day data plan when you buy a Samsung A05 for just $21,000, the A15 for $31,000, or the A25 for $40,000. Hurry to your nearest Digicel store today. This offer is only good while stocks last. Don't miss out. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Thanks for staying with us. 6 land surveyors on Wednesday took the oath of office before President Irfan Ali, who urged them to execute their duties in accordance with truth and accuracy and to stand resolute. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Devendra Loknath, Joel Trotman, Ramnaresh Prasad, Tamish Prasad, Kimo Cornelius, and Kishan Krichalo. Delivering brief remarks at the swearing-in ceremony held at the office of the President, President Irfan Ali encouraged the 6 young professionals to commit to lifelong learning and contribute to the advancement of the land surveying profession, while encouraging them to execute their duties in accordance with truth and accuracy.
Your work, therefore, must be guided, as I said, by a commitment to truth and accuracy, ensuring that every measurement, every map, and every report you produce reflect the highest standard of your profession.
The head of state urged the newly appointed land surveyors to always remember the sacrifices they would have made.
Remember that the true value of your work lies not in the financial rewards, but in the trust and respect you earn from those who rely on your expertise.
According to the President, upholding high standards will help protect not just one reputation, but also the credibility and integrity of the field. And in doing so, the profession will be rewarded.
With the skills and competence you have acquired, you have the potential to make a lasting impact on the development of our society.
Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
You need to know that the Ministry of Education on Wednesday launched a 4-day refresher program targeting nursery master trainers. More from Daisy Richards.
The Ministry of Education has collaborated with the Guyana Education Sector Project Program, GESPP, and initiated a 4-day refresher training catering to the master trainers in the nursery sector. According to a statement by the Ministry of Education, the training is crucial in order for master trainers to assist with the much-needed nationwide curriculum scale-up set to commence next month. The new curriculum is set to be implemented in all nursery schools across Guyana that aims to ensure that students benefit from an inclusive and nurturing environment. The ministry noted that there was an urgent need for a new curriculum as the old was in existence since 1967. Nursery Assistant Chief Education Officer Devendra Prasad said, quote, "The education system is dynamic and what worked well in the past may no longer be effective today. The modern education landscape requires a shift from traditional teaching methods to a more student-centered approach, leveraging technology to enhance learning," unquote. He highlighted that it is important for teachers and students to adapt to the curriculum in order to meet contemporary educational needs, as the vision is to ensure that every child can read by grade 3. In order to do that, he added that the curriculum must focus on early literacy and numeracy. The nationwide scale-up is set to ensure a consistent and high-quality education experience for all nursery students, according to the ministry. The renewed nursery curriculum pilot phase began in September 2022 and ended in July 2024. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
The Guyana Police Forces Division 7 conducted an operation in the Waikari Back Dam, where they seized high-powered firearms and ammunition, while a 19-year-old was sentenced to 18 months in prison for the possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. Daisy Richards reports.
Police officers also discovered one 12-gauge shotgun, 2 rifles, an AR-15 and an AM-15, along with a large quantity of ammunition. 2 individuals who were found in the camp are in custody assisting with investigations. The ammunition and firearms were confiscated, and a search has commenced to apprehend other individuals involved. This, according to a police report, is part of an operation to ensure public safety to combat illegal activities. Meanwhile, 19-year-old Ovid Akeem Williams, a laborer of Charity Backstreet, Essequibo Coast, was found guilty of possessing marijuana for trafficking. Williams was arrested on the 9th of May 2024 at Charity Essequibo Coast after he was found with 39 grams of cannabis. The charge was laid under Section 51AI of the Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Act, Chapter 1010. His case was tried on Monday at the Charity Magistrates Court before Her Worship Tamika Clark, where 2 witnesses testified. He was found guilty by the magistrate of the charge and sentenced to 1 year, 6 months behind bars. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Stay tuned. Your regional news is up next.
Working and studying? Lacking energy and restless? Dr. Chase Nerve Food and Nerve and Blood Tablet and Tonic improve your energy, reduce stress and anxiety, improve immunity, digestion, sleep, and nerve function, fight anemia, and maintain liver function. Dr. Chase contains iron, vitamin C, B1, B12, manganese, liver fraction, aloe vera extract, and gentian root. Now, that's a doctor to trust. Dr. Chase.
Welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Venezuela. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro on Wednesday made major changes to his cabinet, including leadership of the Oil and Finance Ministries and State Oil Company, PDVSA. After a contested election, both the ruling party and the opposition claim to have won. The changes, which include a return to the cabinet by ruling party leader and famed hardliner Caballo. and a change in duties for Vice President Rodriguez, who will add the oil ministry to her brief, came as Maduro shifted his rhetoric away from the election dispute and toward promised changes. Cabello, a close ally of Maduro's predecessor, the late Hugo Chavez, will be the new Interior, Justice and Peace Minister, after being second in command of ruling party PSUV and the host of a colorful week show on state television, where he invades against the opposition and Venezuela's international critics. We now bring you news from Trinidad and Tobago. Minister of Agriculture Kazim Hussein has presented letters of appointment to the 14 members of the Food Security and Food Prices Committee. Hussein said this was a pivotal step in the government's commitment to ensuring access to affordable and nutritious food for all, and the challenges before the country are daunting. Food inflation, exacerbated by the global disruptions such as the supply chain interruptions and geopolitical conflicts, has severely impacted food security and their reliance on important food items, which cost over $5 billion annually. Further complicates the issue. The Food Security and Food Prices Committee is comprised of experts in agriculture, economics, nutrition, trade, and consumer advocacy, so that rising food prices can be addressed from different angles and by diverse stakeholders. And now for some international news. Fighting rages in Gaza as Palestinians hope for pause for polio vaccinations. Palestinians in Gaza are waiting to see if there would be a pause in fighting to allow a polio vaccination campaign to begin as the conflicts rage across the besieged enclave, killing at least 34 people. The United Nations is preparing to vaccinate an estimated 640,000 children in Gaza, where the World Health Organization confirmed on August 23 that at least one baby has been paralyzed by the type 2 polio virus, the first such case in the territory in 25 years. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin this week denied media reports Israel was preparing for a generalized humanitarian truce, saying that a more limited plan had been presented. The UN, which called for a humanitarian truce earlier this month, hopes to begin the vaccination campaign on September 1. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
Georgetown Mayor justifies tax adjustment for political parties. Construction begins on US $35 million Mackenzie-Wismar Bridge. Police investigating whether Slow breached the Sexual Offences Act. Slow says investigation seeks to silence him. And Hilton to introduce its brand to Guyana with construction of dual seaside hotels. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.